Hey FTM Transtastic, my name's Luke. This week we are talking about trans suicides. Before I get onto that, I just want to wish Spencer happy birthday for earlier in the week. Hope you had a great week, birthday week, because birthday shouldn't just be celebrated for one day. I think they deserve a week, at least for cool people like Spencer. So, now obviously this is a very triggering topic for several people, including me, and this was a very, very difficult week to sort of talk about for many reasons. And I knew when we were doing this topic that I would not be able to sit at a camera and talk about it because it's too difficult a topic for me, and I would probably end up getting really emotional. I'm starting to get emotional now. Just turn it down, Luke, it's fine. So I decided to take on this topic the only way I know how to deal with emotions that I can't handle, and that's to sort of write about it. So I'm going to read that to you now. Heavy trigger warning. Obviously this entire topic is like trigger warning central. If you can't handle hearing about suicide, then just be careful. Also, disclaimer, of course everyone's experiences with this topic is different, so if you don't identify with anything I'm saying, then that doesn't mean anything. It's just, this is sort of where my poem went. A lot of it is sort of coming from my own personal experience as well, so my experiences might be different to yours, so just keep that in mind as well. I apologize if I have sort of treaded on anyone's toes. I kind of just started writing and I couldn't really stop, and this is sort of where it went. I hope you like it. I don't really often share my written poetry and written stuff. There you go. If anyone does need to talk about this or anything, I'm always open to talk. So I have my Tumblr down below, in case you don't know it. It's the Duke Luke. And you can just ask me questions on there, or if you want to talk some other way, I'm sure I'll be able to arrange it. If you need help, seriously, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. Feel free. If you want me to talk to you in some other media that I don't have, I've got everything down below. If there's something else like Kik or something like that, I'm more than happy to set something up to talk with you if you want to talk or be anonymous, whatever, okay? With that out the way, I hope you enjoy this. Thanks. Bye. An open letter to the trans kid contemplating suicide. Dear you, I've been sitting for a good hour trying to work out what I want to say to you. I see your posts, I see your scars, and I see the pain in your eyes. I know you're probably listening to this and thinking to yourself that I have no idea who you are, and that I really have some nerve trying to tell you what to do. You probably think I'm just going to tell you that I love you and that I care about you, and any other phrase of encouragement that you probably already have heard. You want to say that you've made up your mind and I shouldn't even try. I know you. I know the dysphoria-tinted glasses that stop you from seeing the light. I know the noose around your neck or the pills in your hand, and I know that you're tired. Tired of the names, of the body that you've been cursed with, the dysphoria, and most of all the thoughts. Each time you hear the wrong name and pronouns, it's like a knife to the gut. You want it to be over. You might not want to die as such, but you definitely don't want to live. I know you've heard their names, and I know you know their stories. When you hear about being transgender, often the names of those who could not hold on are the ones that are uttered. Sometimes you might think that you might join them. You think about who would care. You might sit there in your classes and instead of thinking about how to draw a parabola, you're planning your funeral. It kills you that no one sees and no one understands. You feel so alone, even though you're surrounded by people. I know you're probably waiting for the "it gets better" mantra that you've been anticipating since the start of this video. You might think that I'm going to tell you how transition saved me, and to try and inspire you to hang on, and that my life is perfect now because I didn't follow through. You're partly right. I want you to know that it does get better. That happiness is there and it's coming your way, and that you never know when it will hit you. That you have people around you who love and care for you, and even though it might feel like you have no other option, you do. And that one morning, you will wake up and you will smile, because your life will be exactly what you hoped it would be, and then you will feel and experience things that you never thought were possible, and I want you to have hope. But you need to know that this isn't a cure. Some days it will still be hard, and that even though I'm approaching my 19th year, sometimes he still taps me on my shoulder. How sometimes even the smallest thing can hold me back, and still I occasionally need to make the conscious decision to continue recovering. All the memories of the past still sometimes haunt me, and I still wake up crying and screaming. I realize that I'm a different person to who I was. Some days I don't even know who I am, because being suicidal was part of me, and now that that's gone, sometimes I feel like I'm lost because everything I thought I was for so many years is not who I am. It's what depression made me. And I don't know when and how this letter became about me, maybe because I was you. I want to talk to you now, 15-year-old Luke. I know everything I've said you would be scoffing at. I know you have no hope and no faith. But I want you to know that if you'd succeeded all those years ago, you would never have been here to write that you never thought you could ever be this happy in your journal 3 years later. And maybe some other person hearing this might be where you were, and I want them to know that they have no idea what they might miss if they were gone. So to the trans kid contemplating suicide, I know you don't want to hear that it gets better, but I want you to know that it does. The world is just waiting to see what you have to show it. Yours, Luke.